Howdy. I'm here, 8th graders, to teach you a little bit about heredity. Again, this is a review video. You've learned all of this stuff, and it's available to you on PowerSchool Learning in the notes. But, just to go over it, I'm going to give you the Mystery Island experience. First of all, heredity is a passing of genetic material from parent to offspring. Again, it's why you look like your mom or your dad or a combination of the two because of heredity. Chromosomes give you the information. It's the structure in the nucleus that is made up of DNA and protein. If you want to think of it this way, right, the DNA is kind of like your genetic hard drive that tells your body what it's going to be, what it's going to show, how tall it's going to be. All of those things are contained within the chromosomes. Very important things for you to have. Other heredity topics that we had covered, alleles. Alleles are different genes that determine the traits of whatever we are going to work. So alleles really are shown in the chromosomes. Every chromosome is going to contain some sort of allele information for almost everything that is you. You might have an allele for blue eyes and brown eyes, but then the brown eyes will overtake because that's a dominant trait. We'll get there in a second. Alleles are normally shown in science by a letter. So we used combinations of letters, like maybe a capital B to symbolize black and a lowercase b to symbolize blue. An allele would only be one of those letters. So the capital B being black is an allele. A genotype, on the other hand, is the letter combinations used to indicate genetic makeup. The genotype is the letter combination that is given. So could be capital B, if we're still going to talk about the capital B being black and the lowercase b being blue. It could be capital B, lowercase b. We call that heterozygous. We'll cover that in another video. Or it could be lowercase b. We talked about genotypes being in pairs. Sometimes, though, if you did a dihybrid cross, they would be a combination of many pairs of letters. But we'll just focus, and for your test, you'll just focus on a genotype being a pair of two letters. Phenotype. Phenotype's pretty easy. It's the description of the physical characteristic of any organism. So, blue eyes, blonde hair, all phenotypes. Phenotypes and genotypes are often mistaken. So be careful. Know that genotypes are the combination of letters. Phenotypes are the physical characteristics. Moving along. Got a lot of chalkboards. Dominant traits versus recessive traits. Dominant traits are symbolized by a capital letter all the time that would take over the recessive trait if it's shown. If you ever have a dominant trait being shown, the dominant trait will show. So if we go back to our genotype of having a capital B and a lowercase b, if the capital B is dominant, it will overtake that lowercase b, and the trait that will be shown is black, or whatever the capital B is symbolizing for the phenotype. Recessive trait. A recessive trait is symbolized by lowercase letters, and it is the trait that is hidden if a dominant trait is shown and only appears if two of the alleles are recessive. So, recessive traits are ones that are less common. Blue eyes in humans would be a recessive trait. And the only way blue eyes would show through in a genotype would be two lowercase letters like that. Where you have two lowercase b's, it will be a blue. Again, hope you're all safe. Hope you're all well. I know I'm killing it. See you soon. This video was brought to you by this unfolded tea bag and the coolest type of heat transfer, that is convection. Wait for it. Whoa! That's pretty sweet.